part of the process, and I think that'd be cool, and kind of have the community own it a little bit.
Well, it works too. Back in years ago, when I, when I was in, this is how far ago it was, when I was in corporate personal computer sales, so, like selling big piles of PCs to companies, I had 2 different customers in 2 different jobs. One was Domino's Pizza. The other one was Arby's. See a theme here? And every time I go to Domino's to talk about their infrastructure and figure out, work with the guy there to figure out what upgrades they needed, et cetera, the special projects lab would kidnap me and take me downstairs and stuff me full of experimental pizza. So I had a pineapple pizza before it was cool. I didn't know it at the time, but I did. I didn't know it was cool then. I thought it was pretty good because I like pineapple. But I mean, I had like a dessert pizza that I don't think ever saw the light of day, but it was really good. And then Arby's would do the same thing. I'd come in and I'd be talking to my dude there who I sold computers to, their head IT guy. And one of the lab guys would pop out and go, "Ro, you're here!" Snatch me into the lab and go, "Check out this new chicken club." So, yeah, I mean, I thought it was kind of neat, and I never had to buy lunch.
Yeah.
So, same concept here. Free mead. Look, you want to be part of our beta group? Here you go.
Exactly. And if it's a horrible recipe, hey, it's beta. You're here testing it, so you can't get too angry.
No, I mean that's what I'm saying. You just do it like a beta group. It's like a special projects beta group.
Yeah.
You get to test drive them. No guarantees that they'll be good. But you get to test drive them.
That'd be an interesting mailing list to be on.
Wouldn't it, though?
If you could afford to bottle it. Yeah.
Well, you can't really bottle it and or sell it or even let people take a lot home, but you can invite them into your tasting room and have little private beta testing, encounter group type parties where you see if it works. I think that's a neat idea.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, we do it when we homebrew. We take it to a party and we ask our friends what they think.
After we've tasted it as alpha first.
Well, yes, of course.
You are the alpha, AJ.
Well, it's really hard for me to get reviews because Bun Helsing turns up his nose at everything.
Yes, well, that's because he's a fickle rabbit.
No, rabbits don't like alcohol.
Well, that too.
Rats, however, love this
Rats
stuff.
love this
all the
stuff.
rats, all the pet rats I ever had were total lushes, and they'd be head and shoulders into my wine glass if they could reach it. They're not very discerning alcoholics.
Yes, well, we had a dog like that in college, and the poor thing would always get in buckets of beer. I'm surprised it lived, honestly. I mean, at the time, it wasn't my dog, and I didn't really do anything. But now I would be like, dude, really? I'm a dog activist now. But we did have Matt send in a question, and he said that he hopes that you'll talk about how to use peanut butter in your meads.
Oh.
This is a thing for you, I take it. I didn't know this one. Apparently Matt does, though.
I made a peanut butter mead that he had at the UC Davis class, which is where I met him. And yeah, he was a big fan of that one. And it, my peanut butter meads, I've won a couple medals, but they don't seem to do too well when you get to like the national or regional competitions for me. So I don't know that I've perfected it yet, but the way I make them now is just make a traditional mead using dark honey.
Mm-hmm.
I use. Well, I guess it doesn't have to be dark, but anything that's going to have those kind of caramel molasses type notes, rather than like the really fruity floral notes.
So, like a buckwheat or a mesquite or Tupelo.
Exactly.
Yeah, foxglove work really good for that.
Yeah.
Sounds like Bochet territory too.
Yeah, it's kind of edging into that. But these are honeys that already have a caramel note.
Right.
See, I think a Bochet with peanut butter would be awesome.
That would be.
Haven't done that.
It'd be like a Reese's peanut butter mead almost. You know?
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. I'm still. I have a recipe for a Nutella mead that I made that I've never actually gotten around to trying, and I really want to give that one a shot. But for peanut butter meads, so I make a semi-sweet traditional or sweet, whatever sweetness you're looking for. Add vanilla beans to just kind of enhance. Not too much, but just the same as chocolate. It can just really pull out some of the flavor.
Do you use regular peanut butter, or do you use dried peanut butter, powdered peanut butter?
Yeah, I use PB2, the dried peanut butter.
The dried peanut butter, okay.
Peanut butter.
I was just saying, you'd have too many oils if you tried it with regular peanut butter. It'd be a pain.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't. The PB2 works great. It works fantastic, and it actually, you think when you mix it in, like, oh man, this is never going to clear. It actually clears pretty nicely if you use like a super clear, or I've actually found I'm curious if anyone else out there has done this and has found the same thing. When I add a little bit of agave nectar to a mead, in secondary, and I don't do it often, but when I have before, it's like the best clarifier I've ever used. It just drops everything out. I don't know why.
Interesting.
It's really interesting. I wonder if it's because it's like heavy and it just settles easily.
I don't know, but that's what I've used for my peanut butter meads. I've back sweetened with a little bit of agave, and it can add, if you use the dark agave, it can add a nice little note of complexity, and then it also just clears it right up. It's really interesting.
You know, it's interesting. You got peanut butter notes and caramel notes from the honey, and of course you could increase that if you Bochet'd the honey, and then I wonder what would happen if you then smoked the honey. Yeah. Or maybe you could smoke the peanut butter powder. I don't know. And there's all sorts of interesting things there. You know?
That's the beauty of making mead.
Yeah.
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 The peanut butter's already pretty wild.
Yeah, peanut butter is pretty wild. That's do you do it straight peanut? Do you do it just straight up peanut butter, or do you do PB&J?
I've done peanut butter, and I've done peanut butter chocolate. So I've added cocoa nibs to it, and yeah, that was a party favorite. I brought it to a cloth party. Yeah, I don't know. They're fun to make. I haven't made one in a while, but that'll be probably one of like the experimental ones at the Meadery, where you give people a little extra taste of that, kind of make them feel good. I don't know if that'll ever be a core mead.
Yeah, but it'd be fun to do as like a short run, or a specialty, only offered maybe once a year or something, like people do with pumpkin stuff.
Yeah.
We always come back to those pumpkins.
Jeff at Superstition makes a peanut butter one. I haven't tried his yet.
Isn't there peanut butter jelly crime?
Yeah.
Is that Superstition? Yeah. Okay. Because I think there's two Meaderies doing a PB&J, but peanut butter jelly crime won a gold, I think, their first year.
Oh, did it?
I think so. Yeah, because I remember seeing the name and thinking that is just the coolest name. And it just really caught my attention. It was an excellent name. So I've kind of remembered that.
Yeah, I was going to say they should have won the award just for the name. Peanut butter jelly crime. That's awesome.
Yeah, peanut butter jelly crime. That's what it's called. And the label is a PB&J sandwich, with little legs and little hands and little eyes. And his eyes are X's, and it's got a knife through the middle of it. And the jelly's oozing out. Peanut butter jelly crime.
It's not wearing a banana suit and dancing?
No, it is not wearing. No, that's Brad that wears a banana suit and dances. That's Pete Nectar's thing.
Just out of curiosity, what kind of jelly do you use for peanut butter jelly crime? So I think everyone has different ideas on what the best jelly to go with peanut butter is.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm a berry jelly fan myself. I don't like grape jam. Ugh. I ate too much of it as a kid.
Yeah, I don't know what I would use. I still want to make a mead with lingonberry. My wife is Swedish, and she,
okay.
I promised her a lingonberry mead. Maybe that would be good with PBJ.
As long as she doesn't ask for a lutefisk mead, then you're good, I grew up in the land of lutefisk. I still go home and get pasties, so... Well, that would be interesting to see. I would like to try that sometime. I'll have to make it a point. We're gonna be doing around the country tour next year, and I'm still adding locations. Or next year, later this summer actually. I'm still adding locations of places I want to stop, so then I can tell my accountant who has got me on tour. Because we're gonna go north to Michigan, then west to Washington, stopping at various places along the way, then south to eventually to Santa Fe, and we got to go around San Francisco, and then there's no reason why we couldn't swing by San Diego.
Yeah, you got to make it down here.
Yeah, we got the RV, and we're just 2 months on the road. It's gonna be fun.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. So I'll stay in touch with you. We got to get together if I can get over that way. I got to see if my traveling partner, i.e., the man I'm married to, is willing to add that. But so far, he's been pretty cool about everything.
Got Mead on the road.
Got Mead goes on the road. Yes, Got Mead tour, the very first Got Mead national tour. That's what it is. And I'm gonna set up a page about it and like start posting when and where we're gonna be places. so I can meet people. I want to meet people. I want to go to Meaderies. I want to see some of the people that are out there. There's too many of them I haven't yet. Yourself amongst them. We've talked lots on the phone, but
yeah, if you can if you're stopping by Detroit first and.
Yep.
You can grab me a Schramm's mead. I'll pay you back nicely. That's still the one mead I've never been able to get my hands on.
Well, okay. We could make this the first U.S. tour of Got Mead and Mead delivery service, and so I can just sort of like picking it up and carrying it forward to the next person. It'll be like the Mead Pony Express. That's about how fast it'll go too. It'll be cheaper to send it with me, but faster if you order it through UPS.
You need to airbrush Meadmobile on the side and go all in.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking about, because the side of it, I could put a big sticker thing on it. I'm actually thinking about getting a sign that says "Got Mead" on the road just to see what happens.
Call it a business expense.
I'm working on it. Got an appointment with the accountant on Thursday. We'll see if we can.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, why not? I mean, if it can be a business expense, I'm going to be doing work-related things. All right. Enough about work-related things. Let's talk about making amazing meads that always win medals in less than 6 months.
All right. So.
So you're on now, Billy.
This is it.
Yeah, that's it.
Enough introduction.
And here's Billy. That's what happens when you get people drinking.
Yeah. The meads we've been making have, we make them and they're ready to go in 4 weeks bottled. And now we don't always bottle and have them ready, within a month, but they can be, and really the thing is to make a mead that you can not just get to be drinkable, but to be really fantastic, like something that you're really impressed with